What's up, guys? So, what you're seeing is footage from my big CrossFit workout for my 40th birthday. I turned 40 on November 14th. So, the workout, body weight on bar, I just put 225 on there. I weighed in at 218. 40 squats, 40 box jumps, 40 bench press, 40 box jumps, 40 deadlift, 40 box jumps. 24 minutes, 13 seconds. That's just over 2 minutes faster than I did last year. And with 6 more reps, there will be a link to the unedited video in the description if you guys just want to see me suffer. But that is what it is. That's it. I'm not doing any more of those for my birthday. That kind of completed my trilogy. I never even planned on it being a trilogy, but after I did two, I was like, you know what? Let's make it a trilogy because I'm a dork. Um, yeah, I'm older and wiser at 40, and I think I strategically made myself do better. I think I was in better shape last year. Honestly, I prepared for it a little bit better. This year, like I said, I put a little bit more strategy. I paced myself a little bit better, and I shaved 2 minutes off of it. I think if I came in the same shape as last year, conditioning wise, uh, with the same strategy, like I would have smoked it. That said, like I think physique wise, I was a little better this year. I was a little bit lighter than I was last year. I've really dialed in my diet the last probably month and a half, 2 months. I had a big cheat day, of course, the day I did this. Um, Immediately after I did that, and once I caught my wind again, after I went outside and bent over, and I was like, for y'all can meme that for like 2 or 3 minutes. I inhaled a dozen donuts. I ended up on Saturday, so November the 15th is when I did this. I ended up downing about 20 donuts by about 9 a.m. The plan was to go for 40 donuts, and I think I could have done it throughout the day, given how quickly I got 20 in. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, like come donut 20, 21, I was like, ugh. But I could have took a nap and saved face, and like I was walking 40,000 steps, so my appetite kept coming back. But my girlfriend made me a homemade tres leches cake, and I wanted to enjoy that and not suffer through it. So I kind of put that 40 donut goal aside, and it was a good choice. But I ended up on the day I ate 21 donuts, and then I stopped with the donuts because I was counting them, but I was like, I'm not gonna do 40. I had a bowl of cereal. Would I have a creme brulee or caramel brulee latte, whatever, from Starbucks? A couple of candy bars. I had Taco Bell for the first time in like 5 years. Don't ask why. I was just riding down the road. I was like, you know what? I think I'll try some Taco Bell. I got one of those Lux boxes. It was not good, but whatever. I did it. I had that Tres Leches cake. Um, I had like a charcuterie board thing. I didn't eat anything like good, any like a big steak meal or anything like that. Just a bag of chicharrones, just a bunch of little shit throughout the day, stuff that I really haven't been eating a lot of because, like I said, my diet's been dialed in. And honestly, and I had this conversation with Paris of all people. I think that's kind of going to be my last like super big stupid cheat day. I'll still have some cheat meals here and there. But honestly, like as the day was going on, like it didn't feel like it was worth it. Like I was in days going by, like I would relish the day, and I would thoroughly enjoy like just the debauchery of all these nasty, carb laden and nutritionless, just sweet treats. And I still do like a sweet treat and a pastry and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but just like 10,000 calories worth of it in a day or more, definitely doesn't. It's kind of lost its appeal all in one day. Maybe that's the lessons we learn along the way with getting older and wiser. I walked 40,000 steps. Again, this is something I intended on having that done by like noon. So I got up at like 3:30 in the morning because I knew it was going to be a tall order to get the workout done, and I was planning on eating a bunch of donuts. I guess 21 is still a bunch of donuts. But I was planning on eating 40 and then I wanted to get the 40,000 steps knocked out as quickly as possible. So I plan on getting it done by noon. Which I had to meet with a contractor. I was supposed to meet with a contractor at 9:30 at one of my properties. Somebody just moved out, and I have to get some work done. And then he called me and was like, "Hey, can we meet at 10:30 instead?" And I was like, "Sure." So I was like, "Well, I'll get some more steps in early on." And then I go over to my house at 10:30, and he was like, "Hey, sorry, something came up. We're not going to be there for a little bit." I was like, "No worries, I'm already here." I was trying to walk around the house a little bit to finagle some more steps, but it's hard to get the steps in like that. Um, Long story short, he didn't get there till like 11:30, so I lost kind of an hour of my early morning there. And I already planned to go see my girlfriend in the middle of the day, and then after I met with the contractor, again I was intending on going and walking some more, but I had to come home to grab some money to get him started for to get some of the materials and everything. I was kind of hamstrung there. I had to wait a little bit on him to get here, so I couldn't get some more steps in. And by the time I went to my girlfriend's and came back, I think I was right around like 30,000 steps going to her place, and then I had like 10,000 more to get done. So when I left her place, is actually when I came back. I swung by Taco Bell. I ate the Taco Bell real quick at my house. Then I went to the park up the road and got another 8 or 9 thousand steps. Then I went back to the grocery store and got another 1,000 or so steps in there. Got a charcuterie board and stuff. Today is the day after. I weighed 218.8. The morning of, and then the morning after, which is today filming this, I was 228. So a little 10-pound difference there. Sure, a lot of that's just carb and sodium bloat. I did eat a lot of calories, so some of it's going to stick. But I'll be back, I'm back strict dieting. Not in the sense of counting calories or anything, but really just like I've been eating just like ultra clean. I've been eating a lot of fish. My local grocery store has been having salmon on sale quite often, which works out great. My son likes salmon too, so I'll just grab a tray, or I'll grab the salmon on sale. A lot of times it'll be like I can get a pound of it for like $8, and I can just throw it on a baking sheet with some veggies. Veggies are relatively cheap, a little bit of oil, or butter, whatever I'm feeling that day, and season that up. And it's a meal only. I just eat it right off the sheet pan too, so I don't have to dirty any extra dishes. But I've been doing like just eating really clean, and it's been paying dividends. I think I posted my little thirst trap on here, so I'm gonna go back to that. Of course, Thanksgiving is normally a big day of debauchery for me. It's not going to be this time. I'm still going to eat a little bit more than normal, but I'm not going to like go balls out like I typically would have in the past. So there's that coming up, and then I think I've got one more cheat day for the holidays. One of my son's friends, his mom and her girlfriend, they throw a gingerbread house party, decorating party every year, and they have a really big charcuterie spread and stuff. And again, that's something where I'll be off diet, but even a lot of like what's on theirs is meats and cheeses, and they'll have olives and stuff like that. Of course, there'll be some cookies and stuff too, but yeah, I think that's kind of been my biggest lesson of this in turning 40, was that I really the big giant mega cheat days have been fun in the past, but it didn't really seem as fun this time. And again, it's something where I think balance is kind of more my thing now, and I prefer just to eat clean like almost all the time, and here and there pick a spot. My girlfriend bakes a cake or bakes a pie or something, having a slice instead of eating like just abstain, and then in one day like, oh, I'm gonna eat 5 whole fucking pies today. So yeah, I think that's going to be kind of the move going forward. But I'm 40. I feel great. I'm moving fairly well. I need to work on my mobility. Jiu-jitsu's really exposed that a lot. How much mobility I lack. But as far as like cardio and strength and things of that nature, both explosive and static. Even starting, strengthen some different positions now. I feel great at 40. Um, in jujitsu class, I can hang with everybody cardio wise. Short of like, there's one dude in there who trains marathons, so he's got me by a little bit. Um, but yeah, going forward, yeah, just trying to get more efficient at jujitsu and stuff. As far as training in the gym, I kind of like where I'm at right now, with no like super real goals other than just maintaining, an athletic performance, decent strength. My physique will. I'm fine with my physique. Any improvements would probably just come in like a little bit less body fat or something like that. I'm still not one to like, oh, I got to dial in my biceps or I need to bring up my hamstrings or anything for the sake of aesthetics. Like whatever aesthetics comes with whatever performances I like to pursue in the gym, I'm fine with. Continue with the jumping, you know, uh, I really like doing the power cleans and the split jerks and stuff. I'm not good at them. I don't think I'll ever be good at them, but they're fun to do and perform, and I like the stimulus I get from them. So I'm just rambling now. Old man yelling at cloud. I'm officially a 40-year-old now. Peace.